Alright, hello YouTube. Welcome back to more From the Depths. We're back to the tournament. Sorry about the slight delay, but I've had some other stuff to go up, so I've been uploading that. Now, I had attempted to record at the start of this battle, and then I realised I'd screwed something up, and I had to do a very quick change to something. So we already had the match picked. I did spin the wheel for it. So I'll just quickly introduce that match, then and what the rules are, and then we'll get to it. So the matchup ended up being Megastoffles versus Solid Pickle. I did spin for it. We've got the wheel. That's everyone that's left. And we've got the target. The idea of this machine is simple. This has an AI core at the center of a big target-shaped box on its top. Your goal for this mission is not, or this round, is not to knock out your opponent, it's to kill the target. You kill the target, you win the round. But you're not on the same team. So you will be potentially fighting each other as well. It will depend slightly on how your AI is set up. Let's get to it, shall we? But yes, what I did before was slightly screwed up by forgetting to remove all the targets, like massively overbuilt self-repair. So it was taking hits, and then it was just repairing itself right up, and I was just like, right, that probably shouldn't be doing that. So I've removed it. This one no longer self-repairs. Catselworm takes a spike at it, but that seems to be it. Oh no, there's some missiles coming in at it. This could be a very short round, it might be quite long, it's hard to say. This target box is full heavy armor, and it is thick. And on the inside, a bright yellow so we can see it, is the AI core. So it does not have much in the way of armor. It's theoretically not too hard to get through. Well, it has a fair bit. It's theoretically not impossible to get through it. Probably should have shielded it actually now I think about it as well, but however it would seem for the moment, two sides are happy to target each other. That will move around on its own, so it might run off while they're not looking. I'm seeing chunks coming off of Solid Pickle's airship, but the Tatzelworm's also exploding. Partly at least. Looks like they're pretty much about even on their damage. Not seeing too many missiles launching from the Solid Pickle. Ah! Yes, this is what happened last time. I had a feeling this might happen this time as well, but the Solid Pickle, I do notice, however, has launched missiles, and just like the last round, it actually launched them backwards towards the target. Should we see whether this is enough? This might be enough for a very short round if these hit true. Yeah, looks like an AI dead. So I'd say even though it looks like the Tatzelworm was winning in terms of sheer damage output, I must admit I did know this match was probably going to go the same way again. Yeah, even though the Tatzelworm looks like it's probably going to win the fight, doesn't matter. Solid Pickle has destroyed the target. Takes the first part of the round. I do like how that disintegrates, actually, that's quite fun. Right. We'll mark you up on the points, Solid. Which puts you up to 3. Now tied for first place, although there's still all to play for. There's our current scores. Pause and read those if you want. Right, next matchup. It's going to be tanks. I don't remember what his vehicle actually is. I for some reason can never remember. You have the you have the Demios, so we need the hauler with the Demios. The I hauler, the T hauler. There we go. Versus the. Let's spin the wheel and have a look. Amphiretes. Now these two fought before, I'm trying to remember. Is Amphiretes the submersible platform? Is that right? Let's have a look. It is. Submersible platform versus Demios. Now, of course, the Demios is being lifted by a hauler. The submersible is not. Let's begin the match. Of course, this is not necessarily about individual machine power, of course, because the aim is the target, so this could go easily either team's way. Oh, of course, the Sodar. Boom, smacking on the ground again is not ideal, although it doesn't seem to have broken this time, which is interesting. fact, it seems to be sort of clipping into the floor, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Oh no, there it goes again. Big missile alpha strike. I've got to keep an eye on it to see if I can see where the shells are coming from that get the kill. It seems they're both firing on it a bit. I'm seeing mortar rounds coming in, although I think they're firing at the... I think they're firing at the Demios. The advanced cannons that are coming in have to be from the Demios because that platform isn't equipped with any. There's definitely mortar fire happening. There are missiles coming in from the platform, but I don't think they're tracking the target. They're tracking the Demios again. Demios is close to quite short range. It's rear gun... I was going to say it's targeting the hauler, but it's not. Ah, it's secondaries are targeting the hauler. Okay. Could that be the advantage of a broadside layout here? That it's guns that can't target the platform target the... well, target? Perhaps it could, but... don't know that they're going to crack the target like that. Oh, here comes a missile on the thing. That has to come from the platform. It's not a kill, though. Dents the armor, but not a lot. Heavy armor is quite explosion resistant. Looks like it fired a volley of missiles in this general direction, or at least they got a lock on it, but not a kill. Demios is taking damage faster than the platform is, but they're both taking some. So the Demios is very much prioritising the target more, though, at the moment, I would say. This hauler does not have self-repair, so it won't fix itself from the damage coming in. If it is knocked out, it will go down. Quick look how the submersible hauler's doing. Looks, as it usually does, pretty unflapped, really. Does seem to have very good armour for its slightly odd size and shape. Oh, looks like the Demios is taking a big hit. I'm seeing an explosion. Is that a magazine going up, maybe? Not a magazine, sorry, a gun turret, and it looks like it was. The front gun turret has exploded. Another hit, but not so much damage this time. Yeah, the Demios is suffering under those missiles, but will it perhaps kill the target before that becomes an issue? Or could it be because the target's in the wrong place that it's not going to hit it because it's not targeting it? And likewise, could this be an opportunity for the submersible platform to target it now? They're definitely targeting each other. Oh, there comes some mortar rounds. They look like they might have been trying to target the, well, target. I'm also realising that maybe I should just use this in the campaign. It does seem to be, well, it's far too big, but it does seem to be pretty durable. So that big cruise missile's coming in. Is it about to get another big explosion? Kinda, but no real damage done. Yeah, it looks like at the moment they're happy to trade blows with each other. Might be a case of one gets knocked out by the other's fire and then that gets the kill on the target. Mind you, I'm seeing the Demios' rear gun turning to face the target there. Oh, but it's knocked out! Broken fire, it's knocked out by a missile hit from above. Oh, that could be damning, that hit. That might have been its opportunity to win, stolen away there. Seawiz is still firing at something, but I'm not entirely sure what. Lambs is still functional, but that doesn't necessarily mean much. Of course, I presume at least that both of these do have self-repair. The missile hits on the target, but I don't think it's dying yet. Yeah, it looks like the Demios is... That decoy's pulling it away? Oh no, it's dead. Oh. Now, I didn't see what did it. So do I have to assume that was an explosion from a missile? Because let's have a look at the Demios' guns and see if any of them were... No, I think I have to assume that was the platform. Because the Demios, I think, only has these two missile launchers that are decoys. It would look like it doesn't have any functional guns on this side, and its main turrets are all facing the other way. It could potentially have been this AI turret, but it doesn't look like it's moving, so I would say... Does it still have anything controlling it? No, I don't think it does. I think I would say that was the submersible platform's win. If any of you guys want to debate that one, potentially you could, but I think I'm going to give the win to the submersible platform because I can't see that having been the Demios in its current state. Ah, that's annoying. I need to keep a really close eye on that. Or does it tell you who got the kill? It might even tell you. Somewhere. Is there a way to get a readout? No. I'm going to assume, again, as said, that was the platform. Because I don't believe most of the Demios' weaponry is even working at this point. And that weaponry that is firing in the wrong direction, so... Point. Gamfreaks. So up to 3 as well. We've got a few tied for first place at the moment. Right. Again, if you guys want to debate that one, or you would really like to see a rematch, keep a better focus on it, we can do, but I'll assume that's the how it went down for now. Looks like it's going to be Damadoc on one team. Okay, machine. I've got to keep a close eye on what's hitting it. Clearly, the Iron Maiden, I believe that has its own hull. Yep. Versus... I think we've been fairly good in not seeing any particular rematches during the fight. Going to be Cobra X. It's going to be the Hollywood versus the Iron Maiden. This actually might be our first rematch, I think. Because I believe these two have fought each other. And of course, we know how the last one went, because the Iron Maiden was able to defeat the Hollywood. It was not stable enough on land, and this is the same arena, so it could potentially... Despite being very powerful in Alpha Strike, it could potentially suffer exactly the same problem that killed it last time. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, its spawn location is a little different this time, though, because there's 3 opponents, so maybe it'll go a little better for our strange wooden friend here. Oh, or maybe the Hollywood's going straight for the win. It's immediately targeted the actual target. Is this going to be an extremely short round? No, don't think so. Got a hit. Got a good hit. Secondary's coming in, but it would seem that the, I think, primarily explosive-based armament didn't punch through the armor very well. That being said, the Iron Maiden has also taken a fairly chunky hit. Though, despite all the blocks knocked off, it looks like all its turrets are still firing. Did it perhaps lose a secondary? Just a hole in the armor. I'm not actually sure. Seems like the two are exchanging fire between each other for now. Let's pause and quickly go over here and check where the shells are coming in. If anything's targeting the target. Of course, the Hollywood not really armoured in the traditional sense. More armoured in the sense of there's just a lot of empty space that isn't important to it inside it. Both sides targeting a bit. I would say the Iron Maiden's got the most fire on it at the moment. I would also say the Hollywood is fully locked onto the Iron Maiden now, I think. No, I say that, but it hasn't. It's still got the primary guns facing towards it. Not really seeing the Hollywood fire, though, at the moment. It's got a lot of guns on target, although the turrets are taking hits, but it's got that huge Alpha Strike, and then it sort of falls dead for a while it reloads, so... Could be that for the moment it's shot its shot, not killed, and then isn't going to get another one, potentially, but we'll see how it goes. Target is still taking damage. It's flak fire from the Maiden. But the main guns are very much focused on the Hollywood. They're definitely shooting each other. Primarily. Oh, looks like the Hollywood's firing another burst. It's not completely out yet, and that means it might fire another one at the target. If those front guns reload at the same time, roughly. Oh, looks like with the terrain, yeah. The terrain has changed and the shots have gone underneath the hull, underneath the ship and above the hauler. I did remember to say at the beginning of this tournament, be ready for anything. Expect the unexpected, as it were. I do appreciate how many people did go, yes, that means I need an amphibious ship. Because they were right. Oh, another good hit on the target. It did fire another volley. It doesn't seem to have killed it, though. It has chipped a big hole in it. Still, mostly the Iron Maiden's flak, I would say, hitting it at the moment. Yeah. That flak isn't going to penetrate a big block of heavy armour very well. They probably both need to get their main guns on it. So we'll admit the Hollowood is doing better, but it isn't punching through yet. Oh, it's going seabound. So we know this thing could drive along the bottom of the water pretty well. Another big volley. Is it enough? No. Hollowood's really trying. It's got some of its main guns on it. It's really trying to get that kill, but not managing it. And they've turned around to face the Iron Maiden and missed again. Hollowood's struggling today. It was a very, very scary machine early on, but it seems to have... Perhaps it's just a bad opponent for it, but it seems to have lessened in effectiveness as time goes on. Let's have a quick look at it before we go take another look at the target. As I said, yes, its armour is just a case of most of the internals are not important to it. There's a bunch of gun barrels falling off. And it is absolutely perforated, but of course, again, doesn't matter. It's killing that target that wins you this round. Neither side focusing on the target for the moment. Ah, we did have it on slow-mo. I was going to say, it felt... Oh, has the hauler got stuck? Seems the hauler might be a bit stuck. Or the game's just slowing down again. Come on. Something happened to slow it down? Oh, the Hollowood's taking a lot of damage. Did it take an explosion hit? Is that why it slowed down? Yeah, it might be. It's still firing at it, though. I'm seeing shots coming from the Hollowood. There's no mistaking that. It's a short-lived barrage. It's stopped already. This is a tournament round where theoretically no one could score. If you get to the 10 minutes and you haven't killed the target, no one's going to score on that. Oh, target's drifting in between the two. That could be dangerous. The Iron Maiden has unstuck itself. The exposed part of its armour is currently pointed towards the Hollowood, but they are definitely prioritising each other. I would say the Hollowood might be struggling. It looks like it's semi-beached again. It has tracks. It's theoretically capable of moving on land, but they don't seem to have been tremendously effective. I don't know if they were perhaps only tested on the flats. Perhaps it's just the nature of its weird shape, and it just only had enough budget to fit tracks at all. But while it's capable of a bit of movement, it really doesn't seem to be good at it. Oh, here we go again. It's taken off. It does this sometimes. We don't know why. I think it's something to do with From the Depths' weird physics. Or just being so incredibly light that when something blows up, the whole thing gets lifted. Flat gun's still going full out, but that's about the only thing. I'd say the Hollowood is offline, so it might be the Iron Maiden's fight to lose at this point. The Iron Maiden, in fact, comes more and more online as its self-repair systems kick in. Yeah, just saw it tick up by another 0.1%. It is self-repairing. Something like the, in fact, something like the Hollowood, ironic enough, would actually be much worse at self-repairing because it would take so much damage so quickly, and because it would have so many blocks to repair. So perhaps an incentive for more compact builds. It's hard to say. This is a format that I guess someone's done something similar to before, but I haven't seen it myself, I have to admit. Yeah, it looks like I think it might be trying to fire at that weapon control point. Not quite sure why you're so fixated on that particular spot. That's not really what you need to be aiming for, but I'd say it's fair to say they're shelling each other at the moment. I think the Hollowood might be at risk of death if it doesn't pull something out quickly, but can the Iron Maiden kill it fast enough and then get the target? Probably, if I'm honest, but... Oh, bits are falling apart. Is that from hits, or is it actually dying? I believe 55% the game considers you dead. It's a bad day for that airship. Yeah, the Iron Maiden is fully self-repaired now. Look at that nice broadside. I don't think any of the ships, I would say, in this tournament were bad looking. They've all been quite nice. Maybe the platform is a little bit of a strange looking, but I wouldn't say it was bad. It's definitely got a unique look to it. Not the submersible platform, the railgun one. Yeah, so I'd say that was the strangest looking, but it is interesting. Yeah, it seems like the Iron Maiden has given up on the target. It's forgotten what it's supposed to be doing. And is just focusing its full might on bringing the Hollowood down, which is taking it some time. It's just sort of aiming for seemingly random parts. I guess there's so many weapon-like blocks and weapon control blocks and all these little like mini... I think these are mini magazines. Or AI or whatever they are. There's so many. I believe it was said that it relies a lot on AI spoofing. Oh, hello. The Hollowood has started open fire on the target. Could it potentially steal a last-minute victory? That's definitely not coming from the Iron Maiden. How exposed is the AI? The AI isn't exposed yet, but it could be done. Could the Hollowood's last-ditch effort snatch a victory from a certain defeat? Or will it be destroyed first? It's rapidly running out of health. Can you do it, big guy? I think it might have been too little too late. It's running out of time. I'm not seeing any more explosions. I think it's about to go down once it drops another couple of percent. I think that's it for it. I think it just hit the threshold. Yeah. 2 damaged. It's coming apart, I think. It's about its efforts and the fact that it's still apparently firing. I think I'm still seeing explosions. It looks like the Iron Maiden managed to destroy it. Is it going to switch fire, or is it going to keep on that? Looks like it's going to keep on that until it's destroyed completely. I did wonder if how this one was going to go, because it's a rematch. We know the Hollowood couldn't beat it before, but it did a lot of damage to it, and it only really lost because it fell over. Even though this one, the Iron Maiden got stuck this time, it seems perhaps, again, its land mobility just letting it down, because it couldn't move properly and got knocked out. Some of the Iron Maiden's guns now focusing on the target. Their aim is not great because it's rocking up and down, but it's got the right target now. Yeah, Hollowood's done. Can you destroy it in 5 minutes? I would be very surprised if it couldn't. I told you this armor was tough though. It needs to be better resistant to gunfire than it is missile fire though, I will say that. Actually, missiles are hard hitters. Well, survived that first volley, even though it's not survived by very much, I don't think. Because the armor on this side is weaker anyway. Remaining. I can see AI inside there. It's damaged some of it. Come on, you gotta knock them all out. There's more than one in there. the guns. They've stopped. Ah, it had. Ah, there we go. Victory for this round goes to Damadok. We're up to 4 points. He's still in the lead. However, there's one round left to go, and a lot of people are only 1 point behind. Mew versus Cringe. Let's see. What Mew had the Meteor. Cringe had the land platform, I believe. Aircraft versus landcraft today. Right, 200. I found out what had happened with out of as a sort of additional note. I found out why, because he told me why the laser was not firing in Mew's last match. Apparently, it only fires when the cavity inside it, the laser cavity, is full, or it does burst of fire anyway. So what was happening was, because there's so many missiles coming in from Pickle's airship, it wasn't firing basically. There we go. There's that laser again, and it looks like the Meteor is going straight for it. KTV's railguns are going for the Meteor instead. They're a nasty piece of work, those railguns, but Mew is technically targeting the right target this time. Of course, I suppose the laser probably will be functional for this whole fight, because the KTV only has one gun, and it is those railguns. They are nasty, but they've got to hit something important, which is the nature of a sort of weapon. That laser is actually quite powerful as well, because that's punching through the heavy armor with some ease, although its circling nature means it might struggle to get a good solid hit. The railguns are trying to take down the Meteor, I would say, by the look of it. Good missile strike. Didn't quite punch through the core, but it's left one side exposed. How's the KATV doing? Has it managed to... It looks like it's beached itself again. It's another one of these landcraft that doesn't seem to be quite well tested enough on land. It can technically do both, but it gets stuck very easily. And I think the submersible platform is one of the other ones that does that, but that one seems to have done okay with it, I think, because it's got a shorter wheelbase and it's close to the front and back. There's no big overhang. All right, Meteor appears to have changed target. It's going for the KTV. This thing does have some durability to it, but it doesn't seem to be impossible to knock its railguns offline. And it struggles once that happens. By struggles, I mean it loses once that happens. Don't want to be mean, but that is what's happened so far. There's fire coming in. Railgun fire is hitting the Meteor as it goes overhead, but Meteor self-repairs, and it looks like it is, while it's taking hits, it looks like it's able to repair them before they do too much damage to it. Yeah, and the KTV just... I feel bad for it, because I like it in theory, but it just seems to get stuck all the time. You've seen that throughout this whole tournament, that it jams up, or just gets unlucky in the case of some of the fights. Although, however, of course, last round coming up, unless we have to do tiebreakers, which we actually might have to, depending on what happens. But, oh, I think that's the win to Mew. I'm pretty sure that was his laser that, or his missiles that knocked it out. Because the KTV's been firing the railguns at him, the Meteor the whole time. There we go. Well done, Mew. That's a kill for you. So, final, I'll just adjust everyone's positioning. We're getting into a more solid first, second, and third at the moment. So, current scores. Again, don't worry about this stuff, that's unrelated, mostly. So, Damadok, top place with 4 points. Amphiretes is Solid Pickle, joint second. Third place, Cobra X, Tanks, and Mew. And in fourth place, Mephistopheles and Cringe. What I'll do, if we get to the end of the tournament, because there'll only be 1 point up for grabs in the last round, it'll just be the last man standing. Everyone's going to fight at once at C. If it comes out to last man, if it comes down to, well, when that finishes, there'll be some joint positions. So what I'll do, because it'll only be one battle otherwise, I'll maybe do, like, bracket wins. So, with the points at the moment, so right, if Damadok scores, he'll win. If Amphiretes or Solid Pickle win the next fight, I'll do a for example, a versus between them and Damadok, and then the one who wins that will win first place, and the other will win second. Likewise, I think you get the idea, right? So we'll do versus matches between everyone until we have a solid positioning for who's what order everybody came in. But yes, hopefully you've all enjoyed. It looks like the two are quite happy to fight each other now. The mortar rounds coming down. I theoretically like from Depths' mortars. I've never seen them work well. I might have missed them happening in this tournament because I know some of the craft are aimed with them, armed with them, but the railguns was an interesting idea, like putting your entire vehicle behind a single weapon system, but mind you, I was about to say I don't know how well it's worked, but of course, final round, my theory is that KTV actually might do better in the final round, because it might well not get focused. If it doesn't get focused, it might be able to put those cannons to good use and really do some damage while everyone else is brawling it out. But of course we'll have to see. But yes, I hope you've all enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the last part. Goodbye.